So it looks like Drake is finally getting his lick back for all the hell that Rick Ross put him through when he and Kendrick got into it. And he is not letting up. This came after Rick Ross was jumped by Drake's goons. While he was in Drake's hometown, a lot of people believe that this could be the start of a very war between Drake and Rick Ross, because Rick also has gang affiliations. And there's no way he's going to let any of this slide. As if this wasn't already bad enough, 56 also stepped into the chat. And he actually encouraged Drake to drag this on just to teach Rick a lesson. Vicent was actually one of the few people who publicly showed his support for Drake during the back and forth with Kendrick. So the fact that he's even encouraging this confrontation is a big deal that could lead to something very sinister. Now, in case y'all somehow missed out on all the drama that went down a few days ago, Rick Ross started trending for all the wrong reasons after several videos went viral of him and his team being viciously attacked after a show at Ignite Music Festival in Vancouver, Canada. According to TMZ, Rick and his team got approached by a group of 15 guys who asked him why he chose to close out his performance by playing Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. Apparently, these 15 guys were upset about this and started forming a circle around Rick so they could jump him. While they were still going at it, one of the 15 guys threw a punch in Rick's direction, and that's when his team joined in to fight. They all started going in on each other, and from the videos that were leaded to the fight, you could see that Rick Ross was way in the back while his team and the group of the other 15 guys were knocking the hell out of each other. It was a messy all. As soon as all of this started going around, the first person on everybody's suspect list was Drake, because first of all, the incident happened in Canada, and we all know that's where Drake is from. Secondly, a lot of people found it very weird that these 15 guys were just standing around waiting for Rick to get off the stage so they could jump him. These people literally had no motive to do this unless they got paid to do it. Rick, on the other hand, was unfazed by the entire incident and decided to jump on Instagram and leave a comment under a post that read, "I thought they were bottle service boys, ha." He also posted a photo of himself at the airport with the caption, "Vancouver, it was fun till next time," as well as this video of him sipping some champagne and laughing the entire situation off. However, this was just the beginning of it, because not too long after Drake started acting shadowy and fueling these allegations about him sending them 15 guys to attack Rick, the mother of Rick Ross, Taya Kim, also intervened. And as you all already know, she was living for this. She had been hanging around Rick for a long time, and there was no way she was just going to watch all of this happen and say nothing. Tia took to Instagram and shared one of Rick's posts from after the fight, in which he was seen drinking juice from a glass cup. According to Tia, he had covered one of his eyes with the glass on purpose because he had been punched in it. She captioned the photo with a series of laughing emojis. He tried to say, "Oh, they're picking of that secure thing, his fat. Watch this dog, that fat got on cakey green or something. Look at that scary ass. You're big fat scary. Stood back. I'm looking good now. From this angle. Now got back, man." She then stepped into Drake's comments and screamed, "Stas all in face with that deep breath. I'm glad they smack you in the cry like you run the city." Drake really responded, stating, "My goat Rick saw this little link up that Dr. Ando was having in the comment section, and he replied saying versus Granny Nah." As if things couldn't possible get much worse, Drake wasted no time in showing his support for Taya by following her and like the video. Tia was not amused by Rick labeling her a grandmother, so she moved to Instagram to vent her frustrations. After all the gangsta comments he's been making on social media, 50 Cent dragged himself into it as well and teased Rick Ross for getting jumped. He began by uploading a video of Rick being assaulted by those 15 people with the caption, "LMAO, the great escape." Meek called the chasers "they chasing me." He followed it up with this video of him laughing at Rick for having an awful security team, and insinuated that Rick was hiding from the punches and left his team to take on the fight for him very unfortunate situation that took place in Canada. And I wanted to say to everyone you know that I hope that that brother made it home safely. I hope that he now has a different perspective and a better sense of what to do and what not to do while you're out in the world. You know, on that part where the young guy went like he did this little move and got knocked the out like right there. That does not reflect him, that reflects his camp. And he might need to go get the dream chases or the 305 child. One thing 50 Cent going to do is insert himself into something that has absolutely nothing to do with him. And he trolled the hell out of people that were involved. But like I said before, it's not that surprising that he's siding with Drake, because back when Drake and Kendrick's beef was at its peak, he was one of the few people who stood O's down behind Drake. For example, when Drake released his AI-generated diss track Taylor Made Freestyle, he posted a snippet of the song and added the caption, "All right, in my professional and knowledgeable opinion, leave this man alone. I've seen the movie before, and it doesn't end well. If you disagree, then where are you?" Boy, in addition to seeing Kendrick at the time, Rick also released a diss track called Champagne Moments, in which he accused Drake of being a white boy cosplaying as a black man. As if that wasn't bad enough, he also fueled the rumors that Drake had received a BBL by claiming that Drake had cosmetic surgery to change his nose. Rick, on the other hand, was 100% Team Kendrick, which is why people felt that Drake probably sent the hit out on him as a kind of retaliation. "That's the reason you underwent surgery to become a smaller ninja than your father," he goes on. "That wasn't the same white boy that I saw when we were making them early records, when you were so happy to be around these ninjas, seeing guys holding them sticks. Yeah, you outfit stunning your life, man. I unfollowed you because you sent the MF and cease and desist to French Montana, man. You also sent the police to hate on my dog project. I'm going to give you a chance to apologize, but first and foremost you need to admit that you had your nose reduced and that you had a BBL. I know what it's like to have those flaps on your stomach and that sweat under there, so you didn't want to do that. Instead, you could have gone ahead and had your BBL completed. Just admit that you did it. I know you won't reply, and this pace is getting old. When I first entered the game, it was moving too slowly. You needed to move quickly and drop a freestyle. Fridays are off from social media. The second white kid, P1090, looks like a wet little whale flapping. Shut up and mind your own business. I can't handle it. You have your minions. Sorry, white boy BBL. Dear Drizzy, I have a question. I noticed that you mentioned that you made more money than Ricky Ross, therefore I'm assuming that you did well in life. Is that correct? We can't be surprised if Drake decides to shake him up a bit by sending his goons to junk him now. As usual, people had their own opinions about this, like this one who said that everyone gangsta till they get punched in the face ain't no in Canada, they rumble. His house went into foreclosure 5 years ago, and you done watch that man struggle them 5 years and ain't get that man in mansion, 'cause if you got more money than Ross